Hey guys, it's Chris. How you doing? This video is going to be called "The Devil Does Not Lead Us into Temptation, God Does." Now, I want to do this video because a lot of people are still missing the point that the devil can't operate without God's okay. A lot of people are missing the point that temptation and being led into temptation is the pulling back of God's forces away from your body and the dropping of your hedge of protection, and the allowance from the Most High God, Jehovah God, allowing Satan to draw you into a reprobate mind and a strong delusion. Now, there's been people calling me lately that have been telling me about delusions that they're under and explaining their lives to me, and I just say to myself, man, God just tore this person's life up because of their sin. They'll tell me they had sexual sin, that they were doing drugs, crack, cocaine, prostituting themselves. They were having sex for drugs. They were sleeping around with other women. They were cheating, whatever. And then eventually they start getting confused, fear, delusion. This happened to me. I was a reprobate. And guys, this is God doing this, leading you into this problem. When you're a masturbator, God leads you further into masturbation. When you're a cocaine user, God leads you further into cocaine use. And the further you go down these roads of sin, the more demons you're allowing in, the deeper the stronghold, and the further you're going to have to go to get back out of the hole. Alright? So, don't even start sinning. Don't even try to sin. Now, back to this thing about God leading us into temptation and not Satan. Why doesn't anyone go to the Lord's Prayer, the most important part of the Bible, the way Jesus directed us to pray? Father, lead us not into temptation. All right. If we're asking God to lead us not into temptation, is He not the one that can lead us into temptation? Is He not the one that has the power to lead us into temptation? You see, the devil wants to lead you in temptation. That's his natural state. That's who he is. That's who he is in the spirit. That's his personality. But he cannot do it unless God allows it. So bottom bare bones line, you need to stop looking at your problems like they're coming from Satan and start looking at them like they're coming from God. Because God has no value for your life in this world. He rejoices in your tribulation. He rebukes you and chastises you in this world. Okay? Because He knows the harder your life is in the world, the more likely it will be that you will crack and come out of the world. Alright? So, mind this, guys. Mind this, and know when your temptation is strong, you've led yourself there. You've grieved God and God's cursed you. You see, now in my life, I get tempted all the time. The devil sends beautiful girls at me all the time. He knew that that was my thing. Okay? That I would chase one. That I would aggressively go after one if they were there. I wouldn't be shy. I would go. And he'll send them, and they'll walk by me many times. I'll be in an arts and crafts store trying to make something here or fix the place up, or I'll be in Home Depot, and there's a model walking around in there with high heels. It makes no sense. And I pass her, I'll look away. I'll turn away. They will walk right up to me and try and get my eye. They'll stare right at me, try and catch my attention. And then they'll walk away, I'll look away, and then I'll be checking out, and they'll pass by again. Okay? They don't know they're being used by the devil, most of them. Some of them do. I mean, I've had people come right up to me and say, I'm a fallen angel of Lucifer, here to test you. Literally. Because they're so... They're like moronic, demonic drones. They're not too intelligent, some of them. Some of them are very smart. You see, it depends on the vessel that he deceived. You see, there's certain people that are intelligent and have a lot of gifts from God. If Satan can trick them over and use them for a while, they can be ruthlessly deadly to tempt you and destroy your life. Like, I already know now, if I was a Satanist, I could pretty much destroy any Christian in this country. I'm too much smarter than them. God gifted me with discernment, okay? Now, that is not of me. I'm not boasting, I'm not bragging. But I know I would be able to read someone, see what they want, tempt them with it, and draw them away from God, okay? Now, if you're not strong, and many Christians in America are not strong, you will be tempted. You will be destroyed by a sharp Satanist and a ruthless witch. Not a witch like Melissa Scott, who's a dummy, a smart one. But anyway, aside from all this, the point I was trying to make is, I don't have a pull. I can fight that temptation because I've resisted the devil. He's fled. And now that he's fled and I've resisted him to God's standard, God doesn't lead me to temptation. There's not a pull in me like there was 6 months ago, a year ago, to look at girls anymore. I've overcome it. I never fall to it. There's not a demon that's strong in me. I've resisted him, I've weakened him, and he's probably gone. And if he's not gone, he's useless, which is as good as him being gone. Okay? You don't know what's gone in you or not. You just know how your demonic oppression is acting out into your behavior and your temptation. That's how you know when you're overcoming demons. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is, God is not grieved with me anymore, so He's not leading me into temptation. Therefore, I have overcome the sin. Now, can I go back into the sin? Yes. If I want to turn forcefully from God and go back away from this sin, I can, and He will start leading me back into temptation. But you guys be blessed in Jesus' name. Make sure you please God so He doesn't lead you into temptation. And I pray in Jesus Christ's mighty name that God gives you all the strength and all the wisdom to see your shortcomings. You need to see your shortcomings to fix them. He needs to take the blindness off of you a little bit. It's His gift. And I pray He gives it to you. But when He takes that blindness off of you, if you continue in your sin, you're lost in Jesus' name. In Jesus' name, you have to go to the pit because you don't listen to God. So I pray this power on you and bless everybody. In Jesus' name, good night.